and welcome. My name's Tolan and I'm the co-founder of ProductivityMe. In this video, we'll look at the keyboard shortcuts for Paste Special, that of ctrl-alt-V, as it so applies to Microsoft Word. When using Microsoft Word, there's a few common methods that you might use or employ in order to copy and paste text. These include using your mouse, using the keyboard shortcuts Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V, as well as using the Paste Special button located on the Home tab of your Windows ribbon. Let's briefly examine each of these methods one by one, first starting with copying and pasting text with using your mouse. Let's say that you are browsing the web and that you've found some text that you'd like to copy into a Word document. One way to do that would be to highlight the desired text, right-click, and select Copy from the various choices provided to you with your mouse's pop-up menu. When you've tabbed over to your Word document, you can then again right-click, and in Microsoft 2013, you'd have a series of paste options that look something like this. Say that you settle on the first option, titled Keep Source Formatting. Thus, the text that you paste from your browser into that Word document would keep many of the hyperlinks and bold formatting as so originally displayed on wikipedia.org. An alternative method to copy and paste text would be to use the keyboard shortcuts of Ctrl-C to copy and Ctrl-V to paste. Using the keyboard command of Ctrl-V will paste the text using Microsoft Word's default paste settings, which would most often be to keep the original source formatting. Thus, your results would probably be similar to something here shown on screen. If you want to check what your Microsoft Office default paste settings are and/or change those settings, you could do so by clicking the File menu, going to the bottom of that menu, and then clicking the selection titled Options. Once you've opened up the Word Options menu, then from the choices on the left of your screen, that of General, Display, Proofing, so on and so forth, you'd select the choice called Advanced. Once you've opened up the Advanced Word options, scroll down to the subsection titled Cut, Copy, and Paste. Within the Cut, Copy, and Paste subsection, you can see and/or change the default settings for pasting within the same document, between documents, and/or from other programs. For example, if you were to regularly copy and paste text from your internet browser into Microsoft Word, and each time that you did this, you wanted that text that you were pasting to match the formatting style of your current open Word document, then in this case, it might make sense to change the section titled Pasting from Other Documents from what it is currently at Keep Source Formatting, parentheses default, to something along the lines of Keep Text Only. This would mean that when you paste text into Word, it would automatically fit the default Word settings, and that text would then take on the characteristics and formatting of your current Word document. Thus, this one small change in your Word options menu might end up saving you lots of time and hassle in the future when pasting into Word. An alternative choice to changing the default paste options within Microsoft Word would be to use the Paste Special function. You can access the Paste Special function by making sure that you're on the Home tab on your Windows ribbon rather than, say, the Insert tab, Design tab, Page Layout tab, so on and so forth. Then once you're on that Home tab, click the little downwards facing arrow located directly under the word Paste. The Paste button is a relatively large button located on the leftmost part of your Home tab. The Paste button is located under the word File, nestled in the group of command buttons titled Clipboard, highlighted on screen here. Clicking that little arrow will bring up a menu from which you would then select the choice Paste Special. Clicking that selection will launch the Paste Special dialog box from which you have a series of choices. You would make your selection and press the Enter key. Say, for example, that you were to choose the selection of unformatted text. Perhaps even you'd choose unformatted Unicode text. Thus, the text that you've selected would be pasted into your desired location and match the formatting of your current document. Let's look at a quick example. Say that you had your browser page open and again you were to highlight and copy some text. Moving over to your Word document, if you were to then just paste that text with the default settings that you had not yet changed, then your selection would be pasted into the Microsoft document using the current Microsoft Word settings. In this case, notice how the text that you've pasted has retained much of the original source formatting, meaning that it now still has a lot of hyperlinks and bold text. If you wanted to paste that text into the Word document and match the current formatting of that Word document, you could use Paste Special. First, you would go to the Paste button, and then you would select that downwards pointing arrow. After selecting the Paste Special option, you would then choose something like unformatted text. Pasting your selection into the document as unformatted text would mean that the text takes on the features of whatever the formatting settings are for your current target location. In the case of this example, that would be the Calibri Body 11-point font. Now, rather than use your mouse to select Paste Special, you can instead use a keyboard shortcut. Like using the pop-up box menu located underneath the Paste button, ctrl-alt-V will launch the Paste Special dialog box. Once you have that dialog box open, you can make your selection. Let's say again that you choose unformatted text. Thus, the text that you would paste this time would match the same formatting as your current target location. Thus, once you've pasted your text correctly, you can then go on making editing and changes to your document as you so choose. Now that we've covered the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-Alt-V for Microsoft Word, in our next video, we'll look at how to use Paste Special within the context of Microsoft Excel. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to check out our next video. And as always, thanks for watching.